Hi, my name is Debani Gordon, and I am applying for the Lexington Law Scholarship. My father's instilled many things in me since a very young age, and one thing that he's always pressed to me is that I always need to maintain good credit. Can you imagine a father talking to his 10-year-old about a credit score? Well, in my case, being financially savvy and independent has always been something we strive for, even as a child. He always taught me that building a credit history and maintaining a high credit score can have a dramatic impact on your quality of life now and in the future. I feel as though as a college student, I have a pretty good idea about what goes into having a good credit score and maintaining that good credit score. I know that your credit score is a single number that helps lenders decide how likely you are to repay your debts, and it plays a significant role when securing things such as a mortgage. A score ranges from 300 to 850 points is based on a few different things. A credit score can be based on things such as your payment history and ability to repay your debts on time. Of course, late payments will decrease your credit score. The amount of total debt you owe, including credit cards, student loans, car loans. If your credit cards are at their limits, this can lower your credit score, even if the amount you owe isn't large. How long you've used credit and how you've managed it. If you show a pattern of managing your credit wisely, keeping credit card balances low, and paying your bills on time, your credit score will be positively affected. How often you apply for new credit and take on new debt. If you've applied for several credit cards at the same time, your credit score will probably go down. My father set up a line of credit for myself and my sister as teenagers and allowed us to use it sparingly to help build financial responsibility. We understand the importance of establishing credit if you don't have any. Opening a free or low cost checking or savings account and applying for one or two credit cards, but using them carefully, can be very beneficial to your credit. It's important for lenders to be able to verify that you have a credit history to determine your ability to repay your debts. Some of the most important things that I'll ever do in my life are going to require good credit. Buying my first car, my first home, starting my own business, and nowadays, even getting a job. Many employers are doing credit checks on their employees. A few things I personally plan to do to make sure my credit score is where I want it to be, especially during these pivotal and challenging college years, are making sure to pay my student loan payments on time and for the correct amount. I have no intentions of giving in and applying for any of the unsolicited credit card mail that I get. Even though it's tempting, I know that if not used correctly, it will affect my credit score. I will pay my bills on time. Very proud to say I've never had an overdue bill. I'll always be aware of what kind of credit I have. Credits from financing companies can negatively affect my score. And just being knowledgeable that credit isn't built overnight is a very knowledgeable and vital skill to have. It's better to provide creditors with a longer historical time frame to review of good history than a shorter period of good history. And lastly, just having a general knowledge of what goes into a credit score. If you aren't aware, you're not going to be able to achieve that credit score you desire. One of the hardest things to do is to ask for help. So, in my opinion, going to a trained financial professional for help if you need help maintaining your credit score is something great. And I encourage anyone who is having financial issues to do it. The sooner you reach out, the more likely they can help. The importance of credit today is significant. Overlooking this fact can be very detrimental to their financial health. Being aware of your credit score is a vital skill to have. Thank you in advance, and I hope to hear from you all very soon.